Support for the Leadoff on WGLT and WGLT.org comes from the Central Illinois Regional Airport, where travelers are one stop away from world destinations. Connections on Delta Airlines to Atlanta are available daily. Close, convenient, CIRA. More at CIRA.com.
The two top election officials in McLean County are defending mail-in voting. That's one of the things you need to know to start your day for Friday, August 29th. I'm Ryan Denham, and this is WGLT's The Leadoff. Now let's lead off with backlash to the city of Bloomington's decision to pull the police department out of a recent immigration event. WGLT student reporter Cole Lacano has more.
City Manager Jeff Juergens says the city is tightening up protocols to ensure that they do not take part in political events. He says the decision to pull out of recent immigration project event at Wesley Church was primarily related to a promotional flyer.
Our police department does not have anything to do with the enforcement of immigration laws. So it would not have been proper for us to go speak at an event that looked like we were going to be speaking about what to do in the event of an ICE raid.
BPD Sergeant Kyle Nowers attended a similar event in March at the Bloomington Public Library. He provided an overview of the Illinois Trust Act, which prevents police departments from intervening in immigration enforcement.
That's why we do community outreach. I mean, this is literally why this unit exists, the Community Engagement Unit, is to try to get to the people that we haven't been getting messages to.
At Monday's City Council meeting, community members expressed concern the decision signals a rollback to the city's Community Engagement Unit. Juergens says the event was an isolated incident.
I don't want to micromanage what events our police department and our community engagement unit is engaging in. They know best what events and what groups they need to be going and reaching out to.
Assistant Police Chief Chad Wamsley declined to comment on the immigration event specifically. He says their commitment to community policing starts with the hiring process.
Community engagement is a focus, a priority for our department. It's been a priority for years. I mean, I've been there for 25 years, and it's something we've always strived to do. I mean, we want to interact with the community. We want to have a good relationship.
With reporting by Lauren Warnicki for The Leadoff, I'm Cole Lacano.
Here's some other stories we're following in the WGLT newsroom. Bloomington's Public Safety and Community Relations Board heard its first complaint in 2 years. They considered an accusation that Bloomington police did not thoroughly investigate an alleged battery earlier this year. Board members agreed to further discuss the complaint in a closed session next month. Bloomington Mayor Dan Brady is encouraging residents to find time to do some volunteer work this weekend in recognition of Labor Day. Brady suggests volunteering at local groups like the Midwest Food Bank, Habitat for Humanity, Home Sweet Home Ministries, the West Bloomington Revitalization Project, or for the Bloomington Parks team or Miller Park Zoo. Bloomington bladesmith Taylor Matthews from the Edge of Normal workshop won the $10,000 prize on this week's episode of the History Channel series Forged in Fire. You can watch a video of Matthews forging a knife in his workshop this week at WGLT.org. A public forum offering a look at the state of maternal health care in Central Illinois will be hosted by the Women to Women Giving Circle on September 16th at the ISU Alumni Center. That forum is free and open to the public. And the Children's Discovery Museum in Uptown Normal has hired a new director of education. Katie Keller starts Tuesday. She has over 15 years of experience as an interpreter and environmental educator with the National Park Service. You can find more on these stories at WGLT.org. Election officials in McLean County have some concerns about a demand to turn over voter records to the federal government. WGLT's Eric Stock reports those officers are also concerned about efforts to restrict mail-in voting.
The Department of Justice has asked the State Board of Elections to turn over its voter data. The state complied by sharing information that anyone can request. The DOJ said that wasn't enough. The feds want voters' personal information, including driver's license numbers, a date of birth, and the last 4 digits of their Social Security number. McLean County Clerk Kathy Michael oversees all election matters in the county outside of Bloomington. She says the state board told her to get ready for a call from the DOJ. That call never came. She says the Board of Elections yesterday replied that the state office will handle those Department of Justice inquiries. Michael says this kind of request is a first, and she'll presume the government's inquiry is legal until lawyers tell her otherwise, though she has some concerns.
I personally don't think we should be giving out Social Security numbers, but again, we don't have those. So that's up to the DMV and the State Board of Elections to figure out.
The Department of Justice has not said why it needs personal information. The department claims it needs the data to make sure voter rolls are correct. Kathy Michael says McLean County does update its voter rolls regularly, so her office has nothing to hide.
We welcome scrutiny, and I do think scrutiny is important to a point, of course, because I can't speak for every other county in Illinois and the nation.
Luke Stremlau is executive director of the Bloomington Election Commission. He says he thinks the Department of Justice request is an overreach. He says his office also does the voter purge every 2 years to account for voters who have moved or died.
I'm confident with the voter roll management in my office to say that we give the utmost accurate information to the state when we are required to do that.
The State Board of Elections has said it will comply with the Department of Justice request for more voter data next week. Any concerns about unregistered voters may dovetail with President Trump's desire to see mail-in voting eliminated. He says he wants to lead a movement to eliminate vote by mail due to baseless claims about its security. McLean County Clerk Kathy Michael, a Republican, says such a move would disenfranchise voters.
I do object to putting everybody in the same group and saying mail-in voting is a fraud and it should be eliminated. I think that takes away rights from voters.
And the Bloomington Election Commission's Luke Stremlau vouches for his office's vote-by-mail system. Stremlau says even if he wanted, he couldn't afford to send ballots to people who aren't eligible to vote.
A lot of times it feels like this is a bandage looking for a wound instead of a wound looking for a bandage. This is a solution to a problem that we don't have.
And the elections officers say mail-in voting has become increasingly popular as more voters get used to it. With reporting from WGLT's Ben Howell, I'm Eric Stahl.
Before I let you go, FYI that we will not have a new episode of the Leadoff on Monday because of the Labor Day holiday, but you can catch WGLT in the Bloomington Labor Day Parade, which steps off at 10 a.m. on Monday on Front Street in downtown Bloomington, proceeds south on Lee Street to Wood Street, ending up at Miller Park. This year's theme is Union Rights or Civil Rights. And that is it for today. I'm Ryan Denham. The show is produced by Cheyenne Brown. You can subscribe to The Leadoff on the NPR app or wherever you get your podcasts.